Or not. Hey guys, I hope you blocked out some time for these top cut matches. That was clever, right? Yeah.
I mean, Pikachu doesn't even get blocked, but
it's not. But it's a
does. This one does.
Pikachu
This is does.
Quest, so
this is special. This one.
Yeah, Bossline does block apparently. But we've got for you guys actually two people in top cut who we didn't feature during Swiss. We've got Garrett Stuffler versus Shawn Tang. So Shawn Tang, you guys. So Shawn Tang, obviously, guys, a person who has had some success internationally. I think he plays actually for the Southeast Asia League. But we've got a fun match going for you guys, so we'll take it over to them right now. We do have another couple top cut matches. I think it's been posted online already. If not, can we bring up the bracket really fast for it?
Sure.
Or just tell me, I guess, who is.
So let's see. Off the top of my head, we have Riley.
Oh, there we go. So Alan versus Andrew, and then we've got Anthony Placentia versus Gio, and then Ben Lee versus Riley Factor. We would have shown you guys that, but they were already on stream. So cross your fingers for whoever you want to win that. So those are your top 8 right there.
And yeah, and again, Shawn Tang versus Garrett
Stuffler. So it'll be a fun one. And on your left is actually going to be Shawn Tang with that Yveltal, Toxicroak, Incineroar, Stakataka, Tapu Lele, and Kyogre. And if that looks familiar to you,
it is very familiar.
It is the team that won the regionals last week with the Justins. And then on your right with Garrett is that Kyogre, Xerneas, Tapu Lele, Ludicolo, and Incineroar, Smeargle.
I mean, some pretty common. We got some commonalities here. We got, of course, Kyogre and the Tapu Lele, in fact, and the staple Incineroar.
Yeah, I mean, Incineroar is a Pokemon that you don't really want to go without. I mean, obviously you've got the classic sort of Xerneas Smeargle lead that you can have with Garrett's side, but we've seen that the team that Shawn's using, if it is the exact same team that the Justins have used, you know, at Oaks last weekend, there's a lot of ways that this could actually really kind of go about. You've got a Tapu Lele that's really fast, and you've got a Choice Scarf Kyogre to potentially deal with as well. And that Toxicroak, very scary with that ability for Poison Jab, especially against the Xerneas and the Tapu Lele and a Ludicolo on Garrett's side of the field. An Assault Vest variant is able to stick around for a lot longer, and you know it might be scared by that Tapu Lele, but you have answers for that with the Gyro Ball from Stakataka. Sorry, that was a lot to throw at you at once.
Again, I'm still digesting that team, but what I do know that you know, despite the that this team is known, there's still a lot of wiggle room for alternative movesets. Maybe there could be a non-Choice Scarf Kyogre, or Scarf Lele. I mean,
there's lots of options. There's ways to make that team your own. But we do have the Toxicroak and the Yveltal starting off on Shawn Tang's side, as Kyogre and Ludicolo is going to be the lead of choice for Garrett. So we'll be getting a Drizzle and a Swift Swimmer immediately here. A little bit odd, I think, just because Ludicolo I'm so used to seeing on the opposite side of Kyogre's for those Grass Knot potentials. But Drizzle going up first before the Dark Aura of Yveltal here as well.
I mean, even though Garrett has a big speed advantage here, potentially in the Choice Scarf for Kyogre and the Ludicolo. Hang on, I was not paying attention. That Drizzle go out first?
Yes, Drizzle went out first.
Okay. I mean, Toxicroak can't be taken up by either or two right now. Maybe by Thunder. So it does threaten that Ludicolo can deal some respectable damage to that Kyogre.
Yeah.
Garrett might be able to get a fake out there, but
you knock off the Choice Scarf.
That one turn advantage. Shawn might be able to turn it around after that.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be really cool if you just go for the Sucker Punch, but we're going for a Protect instead on like Yveltal on Shawn's side, so if we do have sort of a Water Spout thing, we have Fake Out actually going into the Toxicroak instead of that Protect from Yveltal, and Water Spout from Kyogre, not going to connect with Yveltal because of that Protect, but that Dry Skin going to heal up any sort of damage from that Fake Out. So what's really interesting is actually there is no weather pivot for anybody here. There is no there's no Sun to bring in to stop that Toxicroak from being hurt by Dry Skin as opposed to being healed by it.
No, it doesn't look like. I mean, this was Garrett's opportunity
Smart idea.
Ooh, interesting.
Very nice idea there, I think. The Sucker Punch doing a lot of damage into that Kyogre.
Oh, that's impressive.
Yeah, gonna mitigate that Water Spout damage to literally nothing. And Shawn, taking damage from an Ice Beam from Ludicolo is gonna get healed up again from that Water Spout, and Water Spout's gonna connect with the Yveltal this turn, but that Sucker Punch helps it do absolutely nothing as Toxicroak's Poison Jab finishes off this turn with until Ludicolo is going to easily pick up a knockout.
Another strong example why this team earned first place at Philadelphia last weekend. I mean, Ludicolo and Kyogre was considered to be a very strong and very popular combo before that tournament, and Toxicroak really turned that around with its ability to take advantage of and counter that matchup extremely effectively.
I mean, here, what do? You either either Garrett has to switch out that Kyogre, which could fall to a Sucker Punch, or Shawn has to watch out for that Tapu Lele because you're going to want to switch out that Toxicroak. That Toxicroak's in a bad spot against that Tapu Lele to take any sort of Psychic type moves. However, Yveltal has the chance to kind of just take down that Kyogre right now. Like, Water Spout, yeah, sure, no problem. And you can't do anything at, like, what, 25% health now?
Certainly. I think that Psychic Surge would have been a lot more helpful last round.
Yeah, I think Garrett realizing that Toxicroak, can still stay in and do all this stuff. You should have gotten rid. You should have changed out that Kyogre. You let Shawn get free damage onto that Kyogre for absolutely nothing. And Kyogre is going to be withdrawing on this turn. As Xerneas is going to hit the field instead next to that Tapu Lele. So another poison jab actually from Toxicroak to either Pokemon is going to really hurt them. But Toxicroak getting out of there, not going to take Psychic type moves as Shawn brings in his own Tapu Lele onto the field.
No, especially since even with the Assault Vest special defense boost, Psychic.
Whoa!
Wow.
Knockoff from the Yveltal, knocking out that Tapu Lele. Knocks off the Life Orb, but those, it's 99% sure that is a Black Glasses Yveltal right now.
Yeah, Black Blast being one of the most popular items on Velta right now, it secures a lot of important KOs for it.
And
especially including that knockout on Tapu Lele right there.
I mean, this is a game for Shawn to win. Like, what do? You Sucker Punch the Kyogre because if you know it's Choice Scarf, it has to attack, and then you use your own Moonblast. Oh, Thunder going first. This is going to lock itself into Thunder. No Sucker Punch from the Yveltal is going to do a massive amount of damage. There's enough to pick up that knockout very easily on there. Honestly, I'm surprised Shawn didn't Sucker Punch there. As Geomancy from that Xerneas is going to be set up on this turn, is going to be faster than Shawn's Tapu Lele, which hasn't moved yet.
But may have that Side Shock, which can deal damage through that on its defense, hitting its bypassing that special defense boost there.
You bring in Toxicroak and you go for that poison jab onto there. Tapu Lele going for Psychic, going to go into that Kyogre spot, going to get rid of that Pokemon. It's going to be the Xerneas versus Shawn's team. You bring in Toxicroak here and you poison jab and Psychic.
That is interesting choice on Shawn's part, using Psychic over Side Shock there, since Side Shock has been
it's been really popular lately.
Much more popular because of that ability to hit Xerneas on its weaker defense stat.
Yeah. I mean, there's not much Garrett can really do here. He's weak to this Toxicroak's poison jab. Yeah, it might be faster, but if this is the same sort of Toxicroak I've seen, then it can take a Moonblast even after Geomancy and take it very well. Tapu Lele obviously is benefiting from Psychic Terrain. It's going to be able to do a lot of damage here. So Dazzling Gleam is going to be a spread move here. Yeah, there you go. Like, both of those Pokemon took it extremely well, and that Psychic is going to do a lot of damage. His Poison Jab is going to be a physical move though, so there's no defense that Xerneas really has against it. Not quite knocked out. And I mean, Xerneas is still hanging on, actually, surprisingly. So
yeah, but also surprising that Toxicroak took the amount of damage Toxicroak took from a Dazzling Gleam alone. It kind of shows that Garrett needed a Moonblast to secure the knockout there. That might have been the better play, and so that's something that if that's a mistake I'm sure Garrett won't be making next round.
Yeah, I mean, so Tapu Lele is going to be hiding behind that Protect on this turn as Toxicroak gets knocked out. So whatever Pokemon Shawn has in the back is going to be facing out the Xerneas. Hopefully we'll be able to take a Dazzling Gleam after Geomancy. Oh. Okay, that's a Kyogre. Yeah. I mean, I don't really see what Xerneas can do. Like, even that Geomancy, Moonblast or Dazzling Gleam against a Kyogre, I don't think it's going to...
Short of a Dazzling Gleam critical hit, that Kyogre is not going down.
Yeah, I think...
I'm pretty sure it'll survive a Moonblast as well.
I mean, Kyogre is a thick whale of a Pokemon.
Oh, that is an impressive special defense stat.
Yep. And so there's a Dazzling Gleam. Actually, does it hold on? Oh, it's a critical hit! Was very close, actually.
Still not enough.
Yikes, yeah, was not enough on there. Goes for the Scald and does pick up the knockout on there. That was actually really close. You jinxed it!
I did jinx it, but I knew that wouldn't have ruined it.
Yeah, well, so that puts game 1 to Shawn almost very easily. I think Garrett needs to kind of figure out a way to make sure that Toxicroak didn't have as much free reign as it did that first couple of turns.
I mean, Shawn made it look easy. It was only that little bit of luck at the very end turn that kind of made it look a little more decisive.
I mean, even that Yveltal was like given free reign against everything. It was allowed the Sucker Punch. It was allowed the knockoffs. Like, Garrett let that Yveltal and Toxicroak take the reins of like this car and go. Actually, that was a really bad analogy because cars don't have reins. Carriage, I guess.
I know what you're trying to say. So, and Garrett should right now realize that Ludicolo and Kyogre there is not going to save him from that especially with that Toxicroak as its partner. So he's gonna have to find something that's suitably fast. And
yeah, I mean, I think a Tapu Lele and a Kyogre lead might work for him because we know that like it causes a lot of trouble. Like if you're going for the water spout next to it, I think the Ludicolo didn't help him in the end because Shawn had his free choice of like which one do I attack? I'll go for both of them because water spout won't hurt me, but Tapu Lele Psychic would.
Yeah, we've also seen here that Shawn is very reliant on single target attacks here. We see, all of Yveltal's strong attacks, Sucker Punch, Knock Off, same with Toxicroak, and
Tapu
Lele as well. So follow me from that Smeargle there. That might be a useful tool for Garrett to bring out here to protect Xerneas here from any setups.
Yeah, I mean you can go with a quote unquote classic lead. You go with that Xerneas and that Smeargle, and do like what you said, like the follow me and do the setup because that dazzling beam from that did so much damage to a lot of Shawn's Pokemon. I mean, honestly, the only counter that Shawn would have at that point would be a Gyro Ball from Stack Attack because we've seen that after Geomancy, Shawn's Pokemon aren't faster than that Xerneas.
That's true. And Garrett does have some tools for dealing with that Stack Attack, especially with some fake out support from Incineroar, and not counting the Psychic Terrain, which is probably why that's on there to help stop fake out from disrupting your Stack Attack setup.
And so we'll see exactly if Garrett is going to be adjusting if he chooses to, and if Shawn actually chooses to adjust. I think that game came a lot closer than expected, but Tapu Lele and Kyogre is now going to be the lead of choice. So I did get my Tapu Lele Kyogre lead, but I got a double Tapu Lele Kyogre lead. I'm so good, guys.
Hey.
Why am I not playing this game?
You got a perfect mirror there. They're even respecting their.
Oh man, and Kyogre on Shawn's side is also first with the Psychic Surge and that Drizzle. So we've got a speed tie, I think, here with both the Kyogres because we know that Garrett's Kyogre was choice from like that last game. So this will be interesting. This will be fun to see who wins that speed tie.
Since both sides are packing a lot of heavy firepower, and switching right now could be a bit of a liability.
You gotta go for the attacks.
Yeah, so you just kind of have to take the risk, see how it plays out, and then probably bring it. And once the dust is cleared, bring in something when it's a little safer.
I really hope we see a double water spout and a double psychic type thing. That'd be so fun. I don't know. Like I think mirrors like this is very interesting because it shows you exactly how players think given the makeup of their team. I think Garrett's adjustment was the right adjustment here because it was a scary combination to have because against so Kyogre on Shawn's side gonna go first, goes for the water spout at full health. He's gonna take a massive amount of knocks out that Tapu Lele very easily, and make sure that if Garrett's going for that water spout is not going to be able to do as much damage. Now it's Thunder actually instead on Garrett's side, so reading that really well, goes for the Thunder into that Kyogre spot, going to do
spectral damage, but
not
actually
enough.
paralysis, no KO though. Psychic there is that could finish.
Might be enough actually to pick up the knockout on that. Very close, but not quite enough. However, if Shawn wins the speed tie again, he's going to be able to pick up a knockout on Kyogre. Ludicolo is going to be the Pokemon of choice here. No fake out pressure.
Yeah.
At all.
But only if it's true. He doesn't have the advantage of fake out pressure, but he does have the advantage of speed here. A Grass Knot can take out Kyogre. A little vulnerable to Tapu Lele perhaps. And Shawn again may have the Toxicroak fighting in the back, which is definitely not something Ludicolo can deal with very well.
Right. I mean, if you can switch in the Ludicolo, so if you switch in Toxicroak here, you can take a Thunder and a Grass Knot very well. If this Toxicroak in this, so Tapu Lele protects itself, so it doesn't want to take an attack from that Ludicolo or from that Kyogre. But if this Grass Knot's going to go into that Toxicroak, is going to get hit by that, not a lot of damage because of its weight, but if that Thunder doubles down into there, goes into the Tapu Lele spot, so that Toxicroak gets in for basically free, gets the health the regeneration because of that dry skin and the rain. So this Toxicroak is in a perfect spot to just kind of go after any Pokemon. Tapu Lele has taken no damage.
Especially, that Toxicroak has the perfect combination of typing and abilities to make an excellent defensive switching and front runner in this current phase of the metagame.
Yeah, I mean, Shawn, I think, definitely read into that turn very easily as Ludicolo goes for Scald, is a single target now, goes after that Tapu Lele, does a good amount of damage, gets it down to half health, gets the burn as well. Not going to matter for the attack stat, but that HP is going to really hurt it. Thunder from Kyogre is, of course, going to hit because we are in rain right now, goes after that Toxicroak, takes it very comfortably.
Especially
gets the paralysis as well. Double status right now.
We'll manage to pull it off.
Yeah, but Tapu Lele gets through that burn, manages to pick up the Psychic onto the Kyogre, and it's top. And so,
Poison jab here.
No, yeah, paralysis doesn't kick on
Likely
this turn.
knockout there.
You're gonna definitely knock it. It knocked it out game 1 as well. And I mean, I think that's almost game for Garrett right there, just because I think whatever Pokemon he has in the back is gonna have to take care of both of these Pokemon and a Kyogre that might be at half health, but is still choice scarfed and has the ability to kind of go after whatever he wants. And it's going to be a Xerneas, and Xerneas needs to set up Geomancy before it can outspeed anything over here.
Well, I mean, as we've seen in previous turns, even a non-blue Xerneas can have some strong offensive potential.
You know what else? Toxicroak is paralyzed, so it's going to be slower than Xerneas.
That's true. That's true, and it has a chance of failing to hit. So a Dazzling Gleam right now might be able to come on with a little.
Ooh, Stakataka! Oh no, this is.
There's the
Stakataka. So
that's. Xerneas alone cannot do anything against that.
Yeah, I mean, look at that Dazzling Gleam on that, and look at that from like the Poison Jab is. If he can get a poison on here, that would be great for Shawn. But it's gonna do super effective damage. Gets it down to a little bit under half, and gets the health regeneration from here. Stakataka took that Dazzling Gleam so well. Like you can't, if you're Garrett, you can't target down just one Pokemon. You have to go after both. But Stakataka is now free to Gyro Ball or get Poison Jab.
Not even a Moonblast is going on.
No, I don't think there's anything that. Well, we might see. You said that last time when you got the critical hit with Kyogre, but
well, we might just try to take the Toxicroak just to see how much damage it does.
Also, Toxicroak goes down, but now we got Gyro Ball and giving game 2 and this top 8 match to Shawn Tang. That was a see. So VGC Sun Series is either your games go super fast like this, or they take a full hour. We still have, I think Riley. I just saw Riley and Ben shake hands, so they're done.
Really,
and I
a
think
full hour? Because I haven't seen any of those yet.
It happened at Oaks, but so I just saw Riley and Ben shake hands, so they're done. Anthony and Gio are still playing, and I think that's all who's our last top cut match? Oh, and then Alan and Andrew are still playing. So we've got a couple more matches going on. So, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with your top 4 in a little bit, guys. So see you in a little bit.